Hello and welcome to another Reggae's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today we're going to be reviewing another of the iconic beers. Treated myself for Christmas, as everybody does up and down the country. And today I'm going to be reviewing Owd Roger from Marstons, a 7.4% beer. And definitely strong dark ale, it says on the front. Definitely a beer to be drank when it's warm. Don't drink it when it's cold. It doesn't taste anywhere near as good as it does when it's warm. When it's warm, oh, it's thick and tender. Right. Also, I'm going to be giving you a little review of a film I've just watched. So if you haven't watched Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, don't watch this review. Go and watch it in a few days after you've watched it. Or if you're not interested in Star Wars. But I'll be discussing it as much as I remember anyway. You won't get the whole story because, I forget. So, lovely dark colour, near black in colour, white head, good carbonation and lacing, but the head's disappeared quite quickly. Look, that's already gone. Malt on the nose. All about the malt, all about the strength of the alcohol coming through. It's got some, 7.4% is a good wallop of strength. Oh, a true belly warmer of a beer. So, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I've been a Star Wars fan for as long as I've been alive, near enough, Came out in 77, I was born in 71, so I was only 6 or 7 years old when it came out. And initially I didn't like it, and then you get to be a fan, and then obviously we had the prequels, which you basically knew what was going to happen, and then you've had the sequels. But anyway, up to today, obviously a lot of the true fans have slagged off the movies since the original three, but that original three had a chemistry that it's very hard to get again. Sometimes the combination of certain people in certain roles will always be, an amazing thing. And also, the amazing thing is when it first came on the scene, there was nothing like it. So it's very hard to replicate that, in any film. Like the first time I watched Harry Potter, I couldn't believe it. It's so amazing. And now you watch it and it doesn't stun you anymore. That sort of thing. But anyway. Today, I wasn't looking forward to the film. I was, but I wasn't, because I've seen some reviews on the internet and they've slagged it off. And I'm not going to beat around the bush for long about the film, but there was some very good crowd-pleasing moments in the film. I think there's some good fan service delivered. Some of the scenes, some of the Force scenes, usage of the Force, just shows you that when the Force users lose control, how powerful their Force is. I thought there was a good story to it. I'm trying not to give any bloody spoilers away. I thought the bond of friendship and family, that is what came through. Did it come through massive? And going towards the end of the film, without giving too much away, there's a bit at the end where basically they put out a call for help, and it's basically, in some ways it's like New Hope in the original Star Wars, and that they put out a call for help, and in the last one no one came to help them. In this one, all of a sudden, Jesus Christ, I'm in the cinema and I'm absolutely welling up, because it's sheer emotion of watching that particular moment. It's like, fucking hell. And and the end of the film, very similar to Return of the Jedi in some ways. It does pay good homage to and fan service to the films, and now you can see that it basically has put to bed that trilogy. But there's moments where it looks like other people have got the Force in them, and they know it without knowing it. They can sense things without knowing that. I suppose we can all sense certain things, and so great film. Whether it will get me the second time I watch it as much as watching it the first time, I don't know. You know, I've watched Avengers Endgame about 20 times now, and that first few times I watched it, especially the first time, my God, never seen anything like it. And because 3 hour film, you paid so much time to watch that film, and you've watched all this, you know, them sort of films. And now I watch it and it didn't affect me as much, but sometimes, you know, if you get your phone out, stop playing with your bloody phone, it spoils it, you know, so you've got to have no phone, watch the film and be done with it, and get involved in the film. But yeah, fantastic film, I thought, much better than what was expected, way better than Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and possibly one of the top 3 Star Wars films, better than the prequel trilogy. I'd still say probably Empire Strikes Back is probably number 1 of the Star Wars films, but this fella could be number 2 of the Star Wars films. For me, 4.7 out of 5. But anyway, let's get back to the beer. So this, I'm also a member of Marstons Beer Club, and well, no, yeah, the only thing I've had out of it is a bottle of Pedigree. That we did like a home review thing, and that was quite good. They haven't done it since, so it's a bit sad. And this month they're giving away a keg of Owd Roger to some lucky people. And what bugs me is when they give out review stuff and these people don't post reviews, because if I'm given something to review, be it through my website when I'm reviewing game consoles, tablets, whatever, I always try to be, you know, I always will do a review, and yet you see a lot of people on there, they'll pocket the keg or the case, and that's it, you never hear from them again, which is sad, you know. Companies are giving you the thing so to get their product out there, which is understandable, you know. Social media these days, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all them others, it's a very good way of getting everything out into the public. Right, as for this, so obviously the head's disappeared as I thought it would. Definitely toffee and caramel in the flavour, albeit strong. It's really, really, you know, it is a strong beer and it comes across as strong. Some of these beers, I've had some IPAs at 7.4%. You drink and you think, how the hell's this 7.4%? Because it does not taste like a 7.4%er. But this fella, yeah, pretty much like, similar to me to McEwen's Champion Ale. That's a 7.3%. In fact, they're both owned by Marstons, funnily enough. This being a proper Marstons beer, that being a McEwen's beer. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Don't think I am though. So, going back to the film, you know a film's good when you get emotionally attached. I cried at some bits, not ashamed to say it, you know. Some people are alright with their emotions, some blokes would never ever admit to crying at a film. I cannot watch, and I will never watch Marley and Me, dog lover. And my son, who's a bit of a hard nut, he don't cry at anything. He watched that film, he was in tears. I was doing some computer work, come downstairs and he'd come out of the room and he's bucketing. And fucking hell, so I can't watch it, there's no way. But yeah, I was in tears, just like I was in Avengers Endgame. Emotions, the bits where they're winning and that, you know, and the bits where on all of a sudden all these people showed up. It was amazing, you know. And movies that do fan service, you know, sometimes it has to be done. Yeah, Avengers Endgame did that, and you know, for the fans, it's good to see. I know, for me, there's one bit at the final thing where Rey is up against Palpatine. Palpatine's got all the Siths, so obviously this is a real spoiler moment, but he's got all the Sith channeling for him, and obviously he's too powerful for Rey, and Ben. He takes their life force, takes some of their force, and makes him whole again. But then, well, he gets flung off a cliff. You don't see him again. I'm not giving anything away there. You know, there's other parts to it. It's not the end of it. But there's a bit where and then she's on the floor, and next minute you hear all these voices, and it's all the Jedi flowing through her. I'd just wish that you'd have seen all the Jedi in ghost form emerge around her, because that would have shit the hell out of Palpatine. But in the end, good ending. He got what he deserved. Cocky bastard who deserved the ending he got, you know. And always thought he was too good for everybody else, you know. And for me, great. They did it right in that way. Because the only way to beat somebody is to let themselves destroy themselves. And that happened, thankfully. So, not as complex in flavours as the likes of King Goblin, which is also a Marstons Owned beer company, and not as complex as Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout, but it has got flavour. The malty flavours, different malty flavours coming through. Good strength. And it's, for me, a very nice traditional beer. I don't know how old it is, and I can't read the back. The light in here is not that great, you know, as you can see when you watch this video. But, and I can't afford a setup like some people, you know, talking to a camcorder that my wife bought me last year. It's too cold to do video reviews in the shed at the moment. Bloody hell, it's freezing. But yeah, lovely. But this is at room temperature. Drink this at a cooler temperature, fridge temperature. Is it a different beer? Yes, very much so. And for me, the best way, if you want to do experiments with beers, drink them at different temperatures. For me, there should be a temperature thing on the beer telling you what to drink it at. I don't know if there is on this beer, but I can't read that writing in this light. Either that or I'm getting old and I can't see. Yeah, I can see certain writing. Yeah. But obviously it's in the light, you know, the light in here, it's not just that shop light. And to be honest, these crappy bloody IKEA lights, we're having issues, so I'm going to take them down and put some decent lights up, get some lower energy, but make it very, very bright. It's nowhere near bright enough. The job for the new year. So, another absolute classic bit. I love the strength of the malt. It's not as complex, like I said, as other beers, but the taste in the malts, lovely, and that strength, 7.4%. Definitely a beer to drink around Christmas, a beer to enjoy whilst you're watching a film in front of a log burning fire. We ain't got a log burning fire, we've got one of these LED fires which has got flames on it, but at least it's the thought's there. So, near black in colour, chestnut. It looks like chestnut now I've got down the pint. All about the malt, obviously, on aroma and taste. There's toffee, caramel in there. I can taste like dried fruits notes of it, but I can't, there's not a lot there. It's not full of that sort of flavour. What it is a very nice beer though. And it's funny, I've reviewed this 3 times now. And first review, it was okay. Second review, I didn't like it. Third review, yeah. I drank it 4 times I've done it. First time I had it, brilliant. Second time I've actually reviewed it. It started off okay, ended pretty disappointing. The next time I actually reviewed it, so the second review, third time I drank it, thought it was amazing. Drank it warm temperature, and this time at room temperature, again, amazing. So for me, definitely a room temperature beer. Some beers are room temperature, some beers are not, you know, and that's something you certainly your darker beers and stronger beers, but not all strong beers, because some strong beers are better at lower temperatures. And so I would say dark beers, high temperatures, IPAs, etc., low temperature, but it's not always the case. But I will say, I'm feeling it now. And that's only one bottle. That's all I've had today because I've been driving. Oh. So, out of 5, again a top 10 beer. We're doing a few of these just lately, but I picked them out because I knew I'd be reviewing them near Christmas, and then I'm gonna have a bit of a clear out of beers and try and whittle it down to basically no beers, and then start again. Because of the fact that I've got that much beer in the shed that I just need to whittle it down. Out of 5 then, 4.64 out of 5. So again, top 10 classification, and it's reclaimed its top 10 spot. And very nice too. Here's hoping I get a free keg of it. But I won't be reviewing that. No, that's that. If I get that, it's for supping purposes only. 9 pints in front of the TV, Star Wars films or Harry Potter or Marvel MCU films on, and I would put Lord of the Rings, but every film's 4 hours long. It just kills you. And I'll be enjoying it. Right. Thanks for watching. See you soon.